Hello again, everyone. Sports Cards Austin. Today we're going to open a couple packages we received in the mail. One is a box of 1991 Upper Deck, looking for, of course, Jordan, Hank Aaron, Nolan Ryan, a few others. I'm actually going to open up a tab right now to pull up some pricing to see what we can get here. Also, we're going to open up a package from JRI, excuse me, JustRipIt.com that I received in the mail from a few cards that I won from them the other day, or that I received in the mail from them from about 5 or 6 days ago. So with that said, let's get started. We also are looking, of course, for the Chipper Jones rookie and the 91 Upper Deck set. There's a few players in here worth checking out. Mostly commons, which doesn't surprise me, but there is the Jordan, there is the Nolan Ryan, Ricky Henderson card. There is a Dwight Evans, for some reason, is trending, going upwards. His card is starting to go. For whatever reason, I don't know if that means he's going to be on the Hall of Fame vote for a Veterans Committee soon or what. But taking a look at some of the other cards here, we can say mostly commons. It's going to be your various superstars, you know, few Hall of Famers and whatnot. Your Cal Ripkens, your Bo Jackson is in this set, of course. His cards are skyrocketing right now for all you Bo Jackson fans out there. Doesn't look like there's very many, there's a lot of variation cards in this set, it looks like. It's like pretty much everybody's got some sort of a variation of some kind, with the diamond logo hologram on the back of each card, which is interesting. We'll check on those for you. If anybody's got any questions, please let us know. Again, this might be a pretty lengthy video. We're just going to record until we want to shut the video off, and at that point I'll either open the rest of the cards and show you guys the finds later, or we'll just stop the video and open the rest of the packs in another video. Again, there's going to be a lot of cards in the box. I'm going to sleeve and put penny sleeves the good cards. The commons I'll put away for a little bit later. Again, you know, commons range from anywhere from 5 to 15 cents in this set. There's a few 22 cents. I'm seeing 18 cents. Billy Spires, Andy Bennett's 13 cents. Again, there's just so many scrubs in the set. Not even sure what exactly or where the Chipper Jones at this point rookie card is. I think it's Mike Mussina rookie card is in this set. There's a couple of Mike Mussina variation cards. I'm not sure what they're worth. First one says baseball's hologram on back, which I don't have a back picture of it, so anyways, let's get started. First, we're going to open up our package that we received from JRI, Just Rip It. So let's go ahead and break our package open and see. Pretty sure I know what's in here already, but let's again, for those of you that don't know Just Rip It, I stumbled across. They're on YouTube and Facebook. They sell packs of cards basically, and they open them live. So you go to their website, you buy a card from the various sets that they have listed. They have all sports, they have non-sports, Pokemon, Star Trek, Star Wars, and whatnot. And you pay a fee, you get a card, you can buy as many cards as you want. And they open them live throughout their show. Saturday night they had a 5-hour show live on Facebook where they did open ton of cards. I was able to get some cool stuff, some free stuff. Got some free wrestling cards and whatnot from them while I will spin. So it's pretty cool. Even if you don't buy anything, it's worth checking out, worth checking them watch. Great staff. They're really fun. They make the show a lot of fun. I had fun just sitting there watching. I did bid on a few items. I haven't really got anything great yet, but I did get an Andre the Giant Hulk Hogan wrestling card. So there's that. And I got a Joe Morris 86 Topps and a Fuad Revez, it's Cowboys card, 86 Topps. And we'll see when those come in. We'll see if I send a few of those off to grading. I am in a few bids for them tomorrow as well. Pack openings. They'll be doing on 7 o'clock Eastern tomorrow, I believe it is. I'll have to check that. Anyways, cards are sent. Bubba Miller. Great protection. They protect them. Here we go. Let's see what we get. We also got a watch us live throughout the week, justripit.com. They're also going to be doing reservations or $20 subscriptions and whatnot. Here they are. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Check them out. And here we go. Our first few cards from Just Rip It is coming up. Let's put this back over here. Again, these are the cards that I have. I did get in. First card that we have, it's probably going to send in for grading anyways. We'll see what happens here. It's a Cesar Geronimo. 1980 Topps. You can see I was number 5 in the order. 1980 Topps, Cesar Geronimo. It's not worth much, but I think I'm going to send it in to get graded to SGC, see what we come up with. Next we have Chasing the Dream. Trying to find that Derek Jeter 93 SP worth 100,000 PSA 10. Our first card was Barry Larkin, Hall of Famer Barry Larkin. Again, 6 in the drawing. I'll probably just keep that card. I don't think I'm going to send to get graded anytime soon. Our next card was Leon Bip Roberts. Again, there was a hollow pulled from the pack, or yeah, foil pulled from the pack, and it was a Carl Everett foil, but no Derek Jeter. Next we have a 75 Topps. So I'll probably send this one in to get it graded, just because. Just because again, 75 Topps, why not? Astros, Enos Cabell. Here he's with the Orioles. Saw Enos Cabell out at the Dell Diamond a few years ago. Enos Cabell, 1975 Topps. You can see I was card number 14. And also from guess this is 77 Topps. I did get a Hall of Famer. Bob Lemon was a Hall of Famer, I believe. But anyway, White Sox team card, worth a couple bucks. I'm going to go ahead and get it graded as well, just to get it graded and see what we have. So those are the cards from Just Rip It. You can see I was number 7 in the drawing, 77 Topps. And there you have it. So those were our Just Rip It cards. Again, I haven't gotten anything huge from them. This was my first time. Saturday was my second time. Tomorrow night will be my third time. And we'll see if I get anything good. It's worth it. They have cards going back to the 50s. They have pulled a 96, or I mean, an 86 Flair Jordan and a 57, I believe it was, Mantle. They did last week pull a Pete Rose, Mike Schmidt, and Nolan Ryan from a pack of 77 tops, or 75 tops. No, 77 tops. That they were going to go ahead and send off for grading for the person that got those cards, and they do offer free grading for cards that they send, or you can actually tell them you want the cards graded and they'll get them graded for you, and then they have a grade parade where they unveil all the cards that were graded at that time when they're returned. So here we go. Again, Sports Cards Austin eBay, Sports JP on Twitter, Sports Cards Austin on Facebook. I'm trying to keep the Facebook page up to date. It's going to take me a little bit of time. I am the only one working on the page currently, and I'm not always on to update the page. So here's the packs. 91 Upper Deck Baseball. And here we go. Nice packs, or what you want to say about these cards. And here we're off and running, folks. We are off and running on the first pack. First pack, first card. Get a few sleeves and some card saver ones just to have on hand for you guys, just in case we do come across anything that's we deem. Our first card is Darryl Hamilton. Darryl Hamilton, Milwaukee Brewers, was on the MLB Network for a while. I don't think he's with us anymore, but Darryl Hamilton, decent player. Here's a decent player, former Cincinnati Reds. And a Braves pitcher, Rick Mahler. Rick Mahler. Our next card is Luis Aquino, Kansas City Royals. Again, I may not show the backs on all these cards, but we'll just try and go through these cards as fast as we can. It'll be a lengthy video. I don't want to lose my audience, but hey, it's fun. It's fun to do this for you guys, and hopefully get some traffic to the store, and you guys take a look. I got a lot of good cards for sale, including the BGS 10 Pristine 2018 Topps Now Mike Trout. I think the bidding on that Trout is currently going for $20. So very nice card. Paul Ossenbacher. Again, another former Brave with Rick Mahler on the same team. See if we can get one whoever out of this pack. Pete Harnisch for you Astros fans. Pete Harnisch. Nice pitcher for the Astros. Had some good moments for him. Paul Farias. There's Paul. So far, nothing great. It is only the first pack. Oh, and look at that. I'm seeing it next. Here is Craig Wilson, the Cardinals. And here, folks, this is going to be our first sleeve card. It's a good card. Probably going to send it eventually to SGC grading to see what happens with it. Bo Jackson. Again, he's one of my favorite players. I have ton of Bo Jackson cards that I am not selling in my personal collection. Bo Jackson's one of my favorite all-time players. I believe had he not gotten injured, he could have been a Hall of Famer in both baseball and football. For sure, football. But again, card saver one. That is going to go eventually. He will go to. He'll probably go to SGC grading eventually, maybe a year or two. I might get them GMA because they're cheaper. That might stay in my personal collection when it gets graded. We'll see. Next, we have Greg Brock. Nice pull, though, out of the first pack to get Bo. First pack out of the chute. Next we have Mike Timlin. I guess he was a former Blue Jays closer or pitcher. Looks like he was their closer for a little while. Craig Worthington from Orioles. He's a decent player. Here's a guy. We'll just Steve Finley, former Astro, good player. We won't sleeve him, but we are going to put him away from the commons pile. He will probably go to GMA grading at some point, just because I'm going to try and keep the lesser cards there and the other ones to SGC. Jose Offerman. I think Offerman's in a little bit of trouble right now, but still, nonetheless, it's Jose Offerman. He's a decent player. Here we have Hank Aaron, 57 MVP, card number 20. We're going to sleeve the Aaron. These are worth a couple bucks a piece. Try and complete the whole set. And once I do that, I probably already have the set, but once I do that, I'm going to send it to SGC, get them all graded, and then sell it as a set, I think. Let's set those aside. These are actually worth money. People actually want these now. We're going to try and keep them in good condition. Royals, we're going to put our sticker set. Royals holographic sticker. And let's see here. Did we already pull Craig Wilson, or was it? I believe we, yes, we did. Our second Craig Wilson of the pack. Interesting. And the last card is a decent player, actually. Harold Reynolds, MLB Network, Mariners. Harold was a good player. He kind of was underrated. He really, if you look at his career, 185 steals as of 1991 for Harold. That was MLB The Show. He's got 95 speed. I used him quite a bit. He's a slap hitter, so he gets a lot of base hits. Anyways, on to the next pack. Let's see if we can get another Bo Jackson maybe, or is that Chipper? And I'm seeing some good card. Well, we got our first prospect. Kyle Abbott. He pitched for a few years. Kyle. Another Atlanta Brave. Pete Smith. Pete. He pitched for a while. Not great numbers, but he hung around. Dave Smith, former Astro. Pretty good closer for the Stros back in the day. Checklist. 451 to 500 and 401 to 450. Ken Daly. Ken. He was I think he pitched for the Cardinals. He was okay. Vance Law. Any Vance Law fans out there? Oakland A's. Cubs. Expos. Deion James. Again, a lot of commons in here, so be prepared for commons to be here. Let's get these papers out of the way here. Okay. Jack Clark. Decent player. Jack Clark was okay. Had some power. 2 packs, 2 Steve Finleys. Here's a Jose Rio. Jose Rio was pretty good for the Reds. One of their better pitchers in team history, I believe. A lot of people won't agree with that, but he was a bulldog for sure. Steve Finley again. Let's put Steve with the other Steve. We got 2 Steve Finleys and 2 packs. Alright. R.J. Reynolds. R.J. Steve Chitrin, pitcher for the A's. Another Atlanta Brave. It is a rookie, so Steve Avery. His 89 Donruss was, or 91 Donruss, I'm sorry, was pretty hot for a while. Steve Avery, I'm going to go ahead and put him in a decent file. That might go to GMA grading later on down the road just because. Cool card. Scott Sanderson, pretty decent pitcher. Cubs, Yankees. Again, he had 115 wins as a 13-year career. That's not, so far, that's not too bad. Next holographic. This one's kind of got a mark on the back you can see. So a lot of these cards were that way. Let's check the Royals. Make sure that one's got one too. Anyways, Giants. Those are just cool to keep, I guess. And our last one is Matt Williams, former Nationals manager, and I believe he's managing in the Korean League now. Matt Williams. Alright, on to our next pack, folks. Let's see. These are just horrible packs to try to crack open here. Just the way they're just rough on the cards. Here we go. Here's a decent card. I'll sleeve this one. Rafael Palmeiro. Card number 30. That is the team checklist. It's only worth 10 cents, it says. There is a variation. The variation is baseball's hologram on the back. That is not a baseball's hologram. Just says upper deck. Baseball's hologram on back. And look at their actual card. See what it's got. Just says upper deck. Okay, this one that I have. Just says upper deck. We won't sleeve. We're going to go ahead and put that over here. We might sleeve that a little bit later. Not sure yet. Next card, pinch hit guy. Pretty good player, Jim Eisenreich. Pretty good player. Again, I'm not going to show the backs of most of these unless you guys really want to see them. So far, really, we've only gotten Bo Jackson and the one Hank Aaron. Here's Mark Whitten. Had a 4-home run game with the Reds, I believe. Dave Righetti. Now, if this was a Dave Righetti rookie, we'd be talking different stories. He was a decent pitcher. Former closer for the Yankees. Jeff Hamilton. Dodgers. We've got a Hall of Famer. Gary Carter, rather. Gary Carter, Hall of Famer. We'll put that to the decent point. Here's one of our better cards. He will get sleeved. He will get sent to the grading. Probably SGC with this guy. Cal Ripken Jr. He might go to GMA. I don't know. I haven't determined what value. I've got to check what these cards are. Sending things to SGC might be pricey. There's Cal. Nice Cal card. Let's take a look and see what the last known card 347 for you guys. Cal. Nice Cal Ripken card. Let's take a look. Card 347. Let's see where Cal's at today here. I'm going to say a couple bucks maybe. 75 cents. Most likely GMA grading unless that, we'll see. Steve Bedrosian. Now, does anybody know if this is Cam Bedrosian's dad for the Angels. I think that's Steve Bedrosian. That's Cam Bedrosian is his kid. Billy Spires. There's the Spires that we were talking about earlier. I think the variations are all are going to be the holographic baseball. Card number is at 268. Card 268, Billy Spires. Let's see what we've got here. Let's verify. It is. So most all the variations are going to be the baseball back. Here's Wally Backman. You saw my other videos. I've met Wally Backman. Interesting guy. Real short guy. I'm bigger than Wally Backman. 5'9". Actually, he's my height. He's an inch taller than me, but I don't think that guy was 5'6" when I saw him. Ron Darling, MLB Network. Pretty good pitcher, Ron Darling. 94 and 64 through 1991. Pretty decent career, actually. And here's our second, Paul Farias. We have Charlie Huff. Charlie, what is his career? 189, 186 and 169 for Charlie. From Honolulu, Hawaii, of all places. Would have never guessed that about him. Detroit Tigers holographic sticker. Pretty cool sticker. Next we have Alejandro Pena. Played for the Dodgers. And the Mets. Next we have Big Mac. Kevin McReynolds. Former Mets outfielder. Well, guys, sorry we're not really getting much here. I was hoping that this would be a little bit more interesting rather than me opening up a bunch of commons, but that is what you get when you get 91 upper deck. Here's the Cobra. Team checklist. Dave Parker. That's one of the better cards we pulled so far. Jeff Robinson, rather, Jeff M. Robinson. Detroit Tigers. Paul Gibson, back-to-back Tigers. Carl Tuffy Rhodes. Carl Rhodes. He was I think this is a rookie. Set it aside over here, away from the commons. Even though he's probably a common, since it's a rookie card, might get something out of it. He was a decent player for the Astros. Joe Bidker. Goodness, people. No wonder the Rangers. Anyway. Dwight Evans, before I mentioned Dwight Evans, his cards are actually, surprisingly, for whatever reason, taking off. He's 379 home runs as of 90. So he played 91. So he might have, I'll have to look Dwight Evans up to see if he got to 400 career home runs. And of course, our next card we already have seen. Steve Avery again. Mike Boddicker. Interesting. Mike Boddicker card. Kevin Smallmouth Bass. Former Astro. This was in his Giants. He was a pretty good player for the Stros for 2 or 3 years. Another Vance Law, who we've already seen. Jerry Brown. Anybody? He played for the Rangers. He had 27 steals in 1 year for the Rangers. Pretty good. Mitch Williams. He was on MLB Network for a while until he got into it with the Little League parents. The Wild Thing. He was interesting. Nothing else. Another Jack Clark. Now this must be a later Jack Clark as he's with the Padres. First edition he was with the Red Sox. Another Jack Clark. Here's the Cobra again. One of the better cards we've gotten on the box so far. Dave Parker. The Cobra. Pretty good card. You can't get too excited about a common, but the Royal sticker. It's our second Royal sticker.
Alright, I'm going to take him.
Here is Corey Snyder. Corey had 115 home runs as of 1990, so I think he, believe it or not, he actually got over 200 home runs in his career. Not a bad career from Corey Snyder. He was an ace at one point in time, a huge prospect on the Indians. I'll get into some of the cards out of here sometimes. Looky here, folks. Is that Chuck Finley? That looks like Chuck Finley. Let's take a look. And it is Chuck Finley. Team leaders, Angels. There we go. We're keeping that checklist separate. Here's Danny Gladden, World Series hero for the Twins, 87. Here's a Hall of Famer. How this guy got, Harold Baines. Hall of Famer, Harold Baines. Just because he's in the Hall of Fame. Dickie Thon. Former Astro. Dickie Thon. Ernest Riles, former Giant for a while. Ernie Riles. Not bad. Zane Smith, former Brave. This pack's getting better. It's starting to heat up here. Hall of Famer again. Newly inducted, Lee Arthur Smith. Actually saw Lee Smith pitch for the Cubs, 86. Here's Kirk Gibson. This is our best pack by far, I would say. This is by far our best pack. Next we have Charlie Hayes. Charlie was a pretty decent player. Jim Presley. Jim Presley was met before, got his autograph. Also got Alex Presley's autograph over at Round Rock. Wow, this pack, John Kruk. John Kruk, ESPN. John Kruk, decent. Wasn't horrible. Could be, I don't know. Here we have Al Osuna, former Astros pitcher. Al Osuna. We have Dave Clark. Dave. There's a Blue Jays Hall of Famer potentially. Danny Jackson up next. Danny pitched for the Reds and the Cubs. Danny was okay. He was a decent pitcher. He had his moments. Looks a little off-centered possibly. Next up, the M's sticker, or holographic. Let's get where you can all see it. Flash it. Next up, last card in the pack, like I said, maybe in the Blue Jays Hall of Fame one day if they have one. I'm not even sure if they have one. His 1980 Topps rookie card is going for upwards of $300 or so on PSA 10. Dave Stieb. And he was a really, the Blue Jays with him and Tom Hinkie and Jimmy Key, John Cerruti, Blue Jays had some pretty decent pitchers. I mean, George Bell. I'm surprised the Blue Jays didn't. I think they made the playoffs, but I'm surprised they didn't at least win a playoff series with that team, any of those teams. I know they won when Joe Carter was there, hit the walk-off homer to win against the Phillies and whatnot. We all know that. But let's move on. Next pack, Roberto Kelly. Team checklist. Yankees. Next up, we have groundbreaking. Looks like Carlton Fisk. Groundbreaking of the new Comiskey Park. Decent card. Jose Vizcaino. Benito Santiago. Benny Santiago, decent player. We'll put him off to the side. Eric Schau. Padres, A's. Pretty cool card here. Pretty cool card here. Joe Stosarski. I don't know. I just like the way it looks. Joe was okay pitcher for the A's. 1 second. We're going to check something real quick. See what we got going on. And grades are coming in. I'm going to read that email here in a bit. Looks like they're about to have a grade parade, maybe. On Just Rip It, I just got an email from them right now. They possibly are going to have a grade parade. Let's finish up this pack. David Cone. David Cone, pretty good pitcher. David Cone, he threw a no-hitter. I think he threw a perfect game, didn't he? Oh, maybe not. Threw a no-hitter, though. 53 and 27. David Cone, another guy. There's a lot of these guys, borderline Hall of Famers. David Cone's another one. You know, he had a decent career. And looky here, folks, coming up next. Franklin Stubbs, now coaching Oklahoma City. But here's where we're at. Looky here. It is his second-year card. Slammin' Sammy. There we go. Decent card. Good card there. Sammy Sosa. Time to get excited. Let's take a look at Sammy Sosa. It says it's an error card. UER. Again, it's only 25 cents. Let's see if anybody's got it. PSA 10 of the Sammy Sosa here, 1995, which is a pretty good. Not bad. Not bad. You know, like I say, you don't know. Again, some of these cards, SGC, some of these guys that go in there and they get a SGC 10, you know, a 50-cent card. Mine take Phil Simms, 86 tops. You know, his card, you know, I think some of those cards from SGC, a lot of those commons, sometimes those cards, for whatever reason, become worth money when they get graded, so who knows. Next, Dennis Boucher, pitcher for the Blue Jays. I don't call him. Again, this is 1991. Juan Samuel. Juan Samuel was pretty good stolen base guy. I mean, 318 steals. People underestimated, undervalued Juan Samuel. Ryan Downing, Rangers. Ryan Downing's pretty underrated too. I mean, 248 home runs, 985 RBIs. Not bad, really, for Brian Downing. Next we have Jerome Walton. Jerome started his career off nicely and then just kind of fell off the planet. I don't know what happened to him. Injuries. Eddie Zosky, that is a rookie. We'll go ahead and put that in a decent pile. I'm actually going to go ahead and sleeve up the Sammy Sosa rookie or second year. I think I'm going to go ahead and send that one in to be graded. Probably send this one to SGC and see if I can get a 9, maybe. 9 would make it worth about $10 or so. Again, it'll probably climb in value. We've got a Blue Jays sticker. And then Hojo, Howard Johnson. Looks to be off-centered a bit. Howard, 159 home runs up to that point. On to the next pack. So far, you know, we got it's about what I expected when I bought the box. I was looking, figured I'm probably not going to get the Jordan, but it's worth the hunt to see if we can get it. I was just hoping to get a Chipper Jones or one or two and a few other cards. We did. Got a Bo, got a Sammy, got a Cal. So, you know, got a few Hall of Famers. Mike Greenwell, team checklist. Pretty. No, Mike Greenwell was okay. Bill Landrum. Bill. Anybody? Bill Landrum was okay. Mark Guthrie. Gino Petralli. Again, that's a pretty cool card of Gino, actually. Some of these cards I might just keep for my personal collection just because, one, he played for the Rangers. And I do collect Rangers cards, Cowboys cards, Astros cards, Round Rock Express cards, Texas Longhorn cards, and then I have my favorite player. That's a pretty cool Gino card. If nothing else, I'll throw this into my personal collection and keep it. Just to have. Here's Rock Raines, Hall of Famer, Tim Raines. And you can now say that with him. Good player in his own time. Another Allison. I won't show you the back on that one because we've already seen it. Chuck Krim. And here's a card. I have roughly about 900 of these. Deion Sanders. Good card. I'm going to go ahead and sleeve it up. I've got tons and tons and tons of these. These are actually in the store right now listed. I have sold a few of them. I have a lot of 200 of these available right now if anybody's still watching this video and is interested. That one is starting at $19.99. So we'll see. John Franco, closer for the Mets, played for the Reds. Yvonne Calderon. Not Calderon, that was another. Oh, he was an okay player. Manny Lee. Manny? I think Manny Lee played for the Rangers towards the end of his career. Here is a Sean Abner. Padres, Sean Abner. Again, the stack of commons way outweighs. I mean, will I get my money back in the box? Probably, because of all the commons. They do add up, but honestly, Mel Rojas, I would not recommend buying a box of 91 Upper Deck unless you really want to go through a bunch of commons and have nothing to do with those commons except either donate them to Goodwill or put them, Toronto Blue Jays sticker again, in a box and let them sit, or try to sell them, you know, 50 cards of Chuck Krim for $9.99 and hope somebody is a Chuck Krim fan and bids on them. That's pretty much all you're going to be able to do with the commons. You can try Sport Lots. I've tried that website. Commons tend to move pretty well on that site, but you're only going to get 5 or 10 cents a card for them. Tom Hinkie, Blue Jays closer, won the Dave Steve teams. Tom Hinkie was an all-star closer. People forget that. But I mean, like I say, unless you really are just want to open packs of cards, and you know, if you're looking for Chipper Jones and whatnot, okay, fine. Otherwise, just buy the chippers separately. If you just want to open the cards and get into collecting and you enjoy it, the boxes cost anywhere from 20 to 40 bucks depending on the seller. They're fairly cheap. It's fun opening the cards. I like opening the cards, so to me it's fun. So Astros top prospect Jeff Juden. A lot of this is just, you know, 90s junk, but that's how people look at it. But I think 90s junk is actually starting to take off in value. Melito Perez. I think more and more people are going to buy up all the boxes of 90s junk, and you're not going to be able to find them anymore in about 10 years. And that's going to drive the value of some of these cards up a little bit. Here's Chuck Carr. People are finding out there's Hall of Famers in here, and that drives, you know, cards up. Ron Hassey. And I've been collecting cards since the mid-'80s, since about '85. I was a kid. You know, I got into it about 8 or 9 years old. And, you know, to me, cards are cards. I don't understand the crazy value of all the cards now. It's really crazy on some of this stuff. I don't agree with it, really, because the average fan, you can't really just collect. You can collect, you know, and get the 89 Griffey Upper Deck or whatever, but a box of 89 Upper Deck is going to be crazy expensive, and you might as well just buy the cards separately and pay 70, 80 bucks or whatever outrageous price someone's going to charge for it. So there's Eric King. To me, card collecting is fun. It should be fun. I think a lot of people take it way too seriously, which has, you know, hurt. But I'm glad to see that a lot of people, Dennis Boucher again, a lot of younger kids are actually starting to get into the hobby again. That's good. The younger kids had gone away from the hobby for a while. So I'm glad to see the younger kids coming back. Anyway, checklist 301 to 350, 351 to 400. Next, we have Eddie Zosky. Our next card will be Dave Johnson, Royals pitcher, Dave Johnson. Next, we have Sean Abner. Mike Gallego coming up from the A's. Mike was a decent player. I liked Mike. Here's Tony Fernandez, and you know, Tony just passed away here recently. Liked the card. Tony Fernandez was a great. I like Tony Fernandez. He's one of the all-time best Blue Jays in their team history. Tony Fernandez was a great player. Don't know that he had Hall of Fame numbers. Definitely deserved to be considered. Another David Cone. Mike Stanton. Mike. Pretty good pitcher for the Braves. Relief pitcher. Second year card. Mike Stanton. Up. Another Royals. Look up next. Hall of Famer, folks. Hall of Famer. We're going to sleeve this card. Look at that Craig Biggio card. He was playing catcher when I took this. Can you believe that? Catcher. Craig Biggio could do it all. Craig Biggio. Look at that picture. That is a great shot of Craig Biggio. I like Craig Biggio. One of my favorite players. I have tons of his cards in my personal collection, and I will hang on to those for a while. But I have well over 100, as does, you know, do most people. I have a couple hundred Biggio rookies on hand, at least, that I'm going to send in to get graded. Folks, we're only going to open maybe a couple more packs, and then I'm going to close out this video, and we are going to move on to open the rest of the box later. Off video, and post anything interesting, or I may make another video as part 2 of this and open a few more packs for you guys, and then we will, I guess I could do that. I haven't figured out if that's what I want to do or keep going, because there are a lot of packs in here. This will be a 2-hour video if I keep going, and I don't know of anyone that's going to sit and watch for 2 hours. Kelly Gruber, Team Checklist. Again, if anybody sees anything they're interested in that they need for their team set or whatever, again, Scott Scudder. If anybody's looking for any cards that you've seen come across the video, let me know. We can get those out to you. We can definitely say those cards, or depending on who it is, maybe just give them to you, depending on whatever. If we can work something out, just let us know. Let me know. I'll be happy to help out if anybody's looking for any set cards that you're missing. Joe Orsulak was a pretty good player. Steve Wilson, pitcher for the Cubs. And again, like I say, building sets is tough. I know, you could probably buy a box of these and build almost half the set in a box. And I know a lot of people look for that one card, or maybe they're, I read an article about a guy collecting Tim Wallet cards. Haven't come across any yet in this box, but collecting Tim Wallet cards. Here's Darryl Kyle. Darryl Kyle would have been a great pitcher. Tragic for Darryl Kyle. He was a good pitcher. Miss Darryl Kyle. He, good pitcher. But guy likes Tim Wallach. I read the story. And there was another guy, Cubs players. These guys had thousands. This guy wanted every single Tim Wallach card that there was available. It didn't matter if it was a 5-cent card or a 100-cent card. He was wanting, a $100 card of Tim Wallach. I don't think Tim's got any $100 cards, but here's Steve Chitrin again. But just people get their favorite players. You see something you want, just let us know. Mel Hall, good player. Good home run totals for Mel Hall. Indians, Yankees, 100 home runs, not bad. He's a pretty good player. George Bell, here with the Cubs. George Bell's one of the all-time greatest Blue Jay players. 202 home runs, 9 years. Joey Cora, pretty good player, and I wonder if he's related to. If this is Alex Cora's brother. But know if that's his brother, his cousin. Look at the. Here we go, folks. Okay. Here's a Hubie Brooks with the Mets. Hubie had a decent career. His rookie cards are $7-8. Hall of Famer Tim Rock Raines, this time in an Expos uniform. Pretty interesting. Jeff M. Robinson. Couple more cards, folks, on this video, and we'll be done with it. We'll close things out. This will be our last pack for the video. Ricky Signs. Detroit Tigers sticker. Mel Hall again. Second Mel Hall. And R.J. Reynolds to finish the pack and the box for today. Again, if I open up the rest of the box today, I'll pull out the good cards, show you guys what we got. Otherwise, we'll wait and do it another time. And again, you can always, of course, find me Sports Cards Austin eBay store. Lots of items. I believe I have 200 and let's find out. I have 207 items listed right now. of course, I have multiples of several of the cards, so I have closer to 300 items listed right now. I'm listing new items every day, waiting for some cards to come back from SGC that I'll share with you guys when they get back, and those will go up on eBay as well. I may keep a couple, not sure yet, but I'm at Sports Cards Austin on eBay, Twitter at SportsJP, and here on Sports Cards Austin on Facebook are my newly created page. I'd created a while back. I just started to get into this now on Facebook. So guys, thanks for hanging in there with me. Have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, happy hunting, have fun, enjoy the day. Stay safe out there with everything going on. Stay healthy. And guys, rock on, keep collecting, bring in the younger kids, get the boys and girls in, get to card collecting and have fun with it. That's what it's all about. Card collecting is a lot of fun, folks, and we need to bring more and more people into it so we can keep it going. All right, until next time, peace.